What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Adam Cole offered a $1 million contract, Vince has killed NXT, Bray Wyatt and others would be a great fit in AEW, says an AEW star, Braun Strowman teases his future plans, a former WWE superstar will never sign with AEW, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, first story looks at Adam Cole offered a huge contract, $1 million in fact. Now, topping out the news is an incredible story that WWE has offered former NXT champion Adam Cole a cool $1 million to stay in the WWE. Cole, whose contract with the WWE expired and is now working on a verbal agreement, has everyone guessing where he'll go once his current deal expires. Adding to the speculation is the fact that Cole reportedly has no non-compete clause in place since his contract is already expired. But now Dave Meltzer is reporting that Mr. McMahon has offered Adam Cole a cool $1 million to stay in the company. Fueling the rumors are stories that McMahon has also asked the WWE writers to come up with storylines for Cole on the main roster. During a recent Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer observed, "I was under the impression that they promised him a main roster spot and they told the writers that they want Adam Cole on the main roster on Raw or SmackDown. So I think that was part of the meeting that took place on Friday. Where do you guys think Adam Cole is headed once his WWE deal is up? Is he going to take them up on a huge offer, or is he going to go somewhere else? Let us know in the comments down below." Next up, Vince McMahon kills NXT. Now, NXT underwent another rash of roster releases, and rumor has it that NXT is being reformatted, with Vinnie Mac looking for a certain type of wrestler. According to Dave Meltzer, the WWE's Kingpin sent out a memo explaining what he doesn't want in NXT. The wording is, no more midgets, no one starting in their 30s, they want people who can be box office attractions and main characters. Naturally, this makes the WWE's rumoured big bucks offer to Adam Cole seem odd, given Cole's stature at 6 foot and age 32. He's not all just maybe short in McMahon's mind. Is 6 foot short? Well, perhaps Cole is the exception that proves the rule, but Meltzer discussed the ever-changing vision of what NXT was all about and how it's led to the current vision. They want more Roman Reigns looking guys. The basic feeling is they lost the war. This is the aftermath, and this is the new direction, is younger guys and bigger guys. The general feeling is that NXT has ventured out. Originally it was the competition for Ring of Honor, then it became the competition for AEW. When Ring of Honor started showing life and the independent scene started showing life, this was supposed to be them getting that fan base. Then it became the competition for AEW. Of course, when you have a mercurial mind driving things, it's inevitable that visions will change on a whim. And we'll cover these rumored changes to NXT and how Nick Khan may be taking further control of the WWE, including NXT, and what it means for Triple H. And Vince is looking for younger guys, yet his SummerSlam main event comprises of a 54-year-old versus a 45-year-old champion. Okay. On a lighter note, the Young Bucks changed their Twitter profile to read, "Very tall, not in our 30s. NXT star Johnny Gargano, who's almost 34, liked the tweet. Next up, Goldberg being called out for being unsafe. Now, there are some wrestlers with the reputation for being unsafe in the ring. Nia Jax is but one example, but according to former La Resistance member Rene Dupree, Bill Goldberg is too unsafe in the ring. Dupree appeared on that 90s wrestling podcast and talking about a bad experience with Big Bad Bill. "Yeah, he dislocated my collarbone. We had a pre-tape in the back with Goldberg and he hit me with a French flag and we had to do 5 takes. To this day, if I try to flex it, it still hurts. Yeah, he's a shit. He's horrible. Many wrestlers will tell you that." Now, this isn't the first time Dollar Bill has been called out for sloppy ring work. Fans will forever remember the Undertaker vs Goldberg match at 2019 Super Showdown that had fans wondering if Goldberg had inadvertently killed Taker thanks to a terribly executed tombstone piledriver. Hopefully Goldberg won't end Bobby Lashley's career when the two meet at SummerSlam. Next up, Bray Wyatt would be a great fit for AEW. Now, Paul White's jump from the WWE to AEW surprised a number of fans, but as we've seen, a number of former WWE superstars as well as fans are looking at AEW wrestling as an alternative to the WWE. White recently spoke with the Ring Report about how Bray Wyatt, Ric Flair and Braun Strowman might show up in AEW and whether they'd be a good fit. Absolutely they could fit in. There has been an influx of talent. For whatever reason, the WWE has gone in a different direction with what they're doing as a company. Their business line is beyond me and they're doing their own thing and it works for them. They've had great success with it. The biggest difference that I can relate to anyone outside is that AEW is a wrestling company, but also one dedicated to the talent. It's about the fans, but also about the talent versus about being just a company. Paul Wyatt, who currently works as an announcer on AEW but hasn't ruled out a return to the ring, elaborated further on what makes his new home in AEW so appealing for other wrestlers. "We have talents who are available, and if they make their way to AEW, it will result in an incredible amount of freedom for them to continue entertaining the fans and to continue to grow." That certainly seems to be the case, as former WWE superstars such as Malachi Black, aka Aleister Black, and Miro, aka Rusev, have blossomed in AEW after erratic pushes in the WWE. Not only did he talk about the advantages of AEW, but he also declared the promotion has the momentum against the WWE, citing it as another reason why wrestlers want to work for Tony Khan. Anyone who has been in the business long enough is smart enough to see where momentum is going, and you've got to agree that it's with AEW. It's got a great groundswell of support from fans who are really into the product. The storylines are unique, they have a different flavour and excitement about them. I made the transition myself because after 4 decades, I left as I could see the writing on the wall of where professional wrestling was headed. Obviously, Paul Wyatt is going to forward the company line and promote AEW as a place to be. However, hyperbole aside, do you think AEW has the momentum against the WWE right now? Let us know in the comments down below. And next up, Lana's first appearance has been announced. A number of recently released WWE superstars are finally making their post-WWE plans known, with AEW TNT champion Miro's wife CJ Perry, aka Lana, revealing that she's attending the Legends of the Ring Fan Fest on 2nd October. According to Wrestle Talk, Perry will be joined by Malachi Black, Buddy Murphy, Ruby Soho, the former Ruby Riott, Santana Garrett, and Braun Strowman. It also reports Perry will be appearing in the new version of the reality show, The Surreal Life. Next up, Braun Strowman teases his future plans. And what's next for a recently released WWE superstar Braun Strowman? Fans want to know and asked wrestling's Monster Among Men during a recent Instagram chat about what's next for him. Strowman was cryptic but did note, "I've got a lot of really cool stuff in the works. I'm really excited to share with everyone. Just gotta wait a little bit longer. It's coming, you'll see." What do you think these future plans involve? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, a former WWE superstar will never sign with AEW. And last but not least, while many former WWE superstars have headed to AEW, one wrestler is making it clear he'll never sign with WWE's rival promotion. Former WWE superstar Alex Riley recently spoke with Sportskeeda, declaring he's loyal to Mr. McMahon and thankful for the WWE helping him transition from football to wrestling. With all respect to everybody in that business, I would not accept that because I'm on a different path right now, and I want to remain on that path. I want to focus on my CBD company. My family has been very important to me, always has been. Riley credited Dusty Rhodes with helping him develop his character and said that while he loves Cody Rhodes and his family, his loyalties remain with the WWE. What do you think of Riley's loyalty? Do you think they'd even offer him a contract? Let us know in the comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.